Hello everyone. In this video, I will be talking about hard learning objective of this chapter, guidelines for constructing questions. So we will be discussing some guidelines. First one is avoid complexity, use simple language. So this is the most important, I will say, the guide for constructing questions. The words used in writing a question should be readily understandable by all respondents. Okay, so when you are writing questionnaire for different types of samples, different types of respondents, you should keep it in mind that what type of questions should be more easily understandable by this type of respondents. For example, if your sample includes the respondents from lower academic background or lower educational background, then you should keep the question as simple as possible. Okay, and generally questions should exclude technical jargons. For example, when you are doing a customer survey, use of words, for example, brand image, positioning should be strictly avoided. So this is the first rule, that your questions need to be simple. Questions should not be leading or loaded. That means you need to avoid leading and loaded questions. Well, so what do we understand, or what do we mean by leading question and loaded question? Leading question is a question that implies an answer or that suggests a particular answer. So you should not bias your respondent. You should not direct your respondent to answer a particular, provide a particular answer. Look at this example. Many people are using dry cleaning less because of improved wash and tear clothes. How do you feel wash and wear clothes have affected your use of dry cleaning facilities in the past 4 years? Use less, no change, use more. So in this case, you can see the first sentence, many people are using dry cleaning less because of improved wash and tear clothes. So you are actually implying that respondent provide an answer that use less because most of the people is doing so. So why do you need to use the first sentence? So you do not write your question in such a way so that you suggest or you imply a particular answer. Questions should not be loaded. Loaded means you should not ask a question that respondents answer by being emotionally charged, or respondents provide a more socially desirable answer. Look at this example. What most influences your vote in major elections? My own informed opinion, major media outlets such as CNN, newspaper endorsement, popular celebrity opinions, candidates' physical attractiveness, family or friends, video advertising, and other. So the first answer to this question is my own informed opinion. And you understand that that's the most desirable answer. That's the most socially desirable answer, and you put it first. So probably you are asking, or you are providing an opportunity for your respondents that they choose the first answer by being emotionally charged or provide a more socially desirable answer. So you need to avoid loaded question. Avoid ambiguity. Be as specific as possible. Be as specific as possible. So sometimes we may use some too general words that are ambiguous, that are not clear. Think about words like regular, very often, occasionally, most often. Don't use this type of words because they have different meaning to different people. Okay, so questions should be very specific, should be free from any ambiguity. For example, what media do you rely on most? Television, radio, internet, newspapers. So any problem with this question? Okay, so look, what media do you rely on most? The question is for what? Because different people may rely on different media for different purposes. Like you may depend on one particular media for sports news, another for political news, another for economics and business news. So this question is ambiguous. Avoid double barrel items. Keep it in mind that one question should cover only one issue. One question should not cover more than one issue. If one question covers two issues, we call it double barrel. Sometimes you might have a question that cover multiple issues. For example, did your plant use any commercial feed or supplement for livestock or poultry in 2010? So you understand that this question covers multiple issues. Like, did your plant use any commercial food or supplement, livestock or poultry? Think that your plant used commercial feed but not supplement. What will be your answer? You used commercial feed for livestock but not for poultry. What will be your answer? So we need to avoid double barrel question. Avoid making assumptions. This is another rule that we should avoid making an assumption when we write down a question. When we write down a question, we should not think of something beforehand. For example, if you write down a question that what brand of computer do you use, you are assuming that your respondent use a computer. Don't assume that. So first you ask a question that do you use a computer? Then you ask that what brand do you use? Another rule we should follow is avoid burdensome questions that may tax the respondent's memory. That means we should avoid asking questions that depend too much on respondent's memory. Even if we ask a question that requires respondent's memory, we should guide respondents so that respondents can recall. For example, let's say you ask your respondent a question, did you watch the cricket match yesterday? Your respondent answer yes. Then you ask that, did you watch commercials aired during the cricket match? And what commercials can you remember? This is, it's a particularly unaided question because respondents do not have any idea about what commercial you are talking about. The last rule is make certain questions that generate variance. We need to ask questions in such a way that create variance from respondents to respondents. For example, you ask a question that what is your income level, and you provide such a huge range that almost all your respondents belong to one particular group. So it does not serve your purpose. So these are the basic rules of writing down a questionnaire. Keeping in mind that in your assignment 1, you may need to write a questionnaire. So I would suggest that you keep these guides or keep these rules in your mind when you write down a questionnaire. So this is the end of this learning objective. See the next video for a discussion on learning objective 4. Thank you very much.